G'day everyone, Duckville here, bringing you a replay, a PvP. In fact, I don't think I've done a PvP for a little while now, but this is going to be a fun one. I'm hoping I just totally randomly picked this from the replay pack number 37 from Team Liquid, featuring Liquid's hero, who's been doing an absolute boss mode job out in the GSL, and of course had a little bit of a fight today with, I can't remember who it was, but he was fighting off for Liquid against Prime, and I believe that was actually an interesting game. But starting down here in the red is a Liquid hero. His opponent, one of my favorite Protoss players for when it comes to sort of spectating, I suppose you could say is the best way to describe it. It is StarTales Ace. He's going to be up here in the blue on Ohana. Yeah, of course, Ace, a player who's, of course, known for his ceremonies and that sort of thing. He's also known for doing some interesting plays, of course. He's done some really cool stuff lately with Warp Prisms, and I think it was in a PvZ during GSL. He was floating around prisms, doing storm drops, zealot drops, all this sort of thing. It was a heap of fun to watch. So he's a really entertaining player to watch, with a lot of entertainment factor in him. But of course, hero, one of the best Protoss players you could say in the world, perhaps. Definitely. On an international scale, he's a fantastic player. Just having a quick look around the natural expansion to see if there's any crazy proxies going on, and he's actually going to head back inside. I've seen quite a lot of the Korean players do this now. You just sort of head out, get the, you don't even need to scout just at the moment, because of course you got everything, unless there is some sort of proxy cheese near your base or down near the natural, then it's going to be pretty far away, like over in one of these positions here or down here, and there are ways to react to that regardless of how you open. So he's opened up here with the standard gate gas and into the cyber as well. Ace is doing the exact same thing, however a little less scouting from him. He hasn't actually checked down here at the natural or inside his base at all, so he could perhaps come under a little bit of threat there, but he is going to take his second gas, and I think both of these guys, yeah, we're going to get the second gas for hero as well. We're just going to go into a little bit more of a standard game. So as I said, I actually just full-on just said, let's do this replay. I have not watched this one at all, so this could go for another 2 minutes, or it could go for another 2 hours. I hope it does go for 2 hours, because I would love to see a 2-hour-long PvP. But yeah, so we'll have to see exactly what happens here. Looks like Ace is going to get a just a standard sort of Zealot Stalker out for hero at the moment. He skipped the Zealot. He is going to go for what looks to be a 3-Stalker rush, chronoing out the Cyber just a little bit, going to save up probably two pieces of chrono. I don't know, it's like a pizza or something like that, but he's going to get 2 chronos available to him, and make sure that he can get those 3 stalkers out as swiftly as possible. But for Ace, he has gone the Zealot Stalker, a sort of safer way to open in a PvP. Of course, you will see people do the 3-Stalker rushes we've got here. In fact, Hero is not going to chrono it at all. He's going to continue to chrono his cybernetic score for the moment, so he's just going to head out with 1 stalker, keep an eye on what's going on in this middle section of the map. Of course, the Zelnaga watchtowers on this map are very interesting, of course, because they provide a great deal of vision through this middle section here. But then, of course, there are little pathways that you can slip through. So you can come through here. You can also go through the sides here and go up that way. So you can slip by them. You just have to be very careful with how you do it. And it looks as though the probes, don't tell me these 2 probes from these players are going to collide, and they do. Ace, I don't know if he saw it. I'm assuming Hero saw that, because his stalkers are actually moving across the map. He's going to find this probe, should be able to kill it pretty easily, and Ace is not going to be happy with that. That'll probably change his game plan for the moment. The backup base for him, he's actually opening up with Phoenix, which I love. I don't know how to express it, but this is actually one of my favorite openings, one of the best openings you can use in PvP if you know how to control it, and it is quite a lot of fun to do as well. So as I mentioned, Ace coming to the party with his fun builds. Hero, meanwhile, looks as if he is going to go for a Blink Stalker build. There is a Twilight Council on Blink just starting now. We'll probably see a Gate or a Robo right about now, which is going to be the next thing here for Hero. It is going to be a Robo. Meanwhile, for Ace, he's trying to defend his ramp just at the moment. Will he be able to hold it up? He does let 2 of the stalkers inside while he's busy dealing with a probe that was trying to micro through, and does actually take one of them down. Microing back the stalkers, he does. hold the ramp for the time being, and that bodes well for Ace. I'm not going to say that he's in a fantastic position, but he does have 3 Phoenix out. Now the thing with going for a Phoenix opening is that it is countered quite quickly early on in the game by a blink tech. Now it really depends on how you're going to move through from here. Of course, some players will like to go for a robo boost play, and I like that he's picked up those stalkers. He's going to be able to kill those quite easily now. Nice work there from Ace. He does take down one of the stalkers, gets a second. Is he going to be able to get the third? But that does mean that there is no lift available to use on the sentry, which is normally what a player will use to block the ramp. And I love what Hero's doing here. Fast reactions from Hero. He's going to try and actually just manually block up the ramp with a wall, and it looks as if the sentry does get a force field off just in time, and Hero is going to be okay just for the time being here. He is going to need another force field. There it goes. Beautiful timing on that sentry warp in, and Hero will survive this attack for the time being. And with that, he actually got rid of a couple of the Phoenix, which is not too good for Ace. Of course, that would be one of his trump cards for picking up some of these probes, killing off some of those, and it looks as if he is going to be behind in the probe count just for the moment, because he's spent a little bit on this attack, not to mention lost a couple of his probes. But he does have a proxy pylon, so we'll have to see how he goes from here. Hero, meanwhile, has warped in a couple of zealots up at the top side of the map. Looks as if we're going to have a battle through the middle as well. A couple of zealots should help out with tanking the stalker damage, but the blink catches out, almost gets one of the Phoenix, but he's going to come back and say, hello boys, lifting up 2 of those stalkers. They're going to go down. Hero will probably lose all of his units here unless he blinks away, and he does just in time. The proxy pylon, however, is going to go down, so Ace is going to be able to command this section of the map quite easily now. And meanwhile, back inside his main base, he does have stalkers trying to deal with a triple zealot threat here. They do get through. Probes coming to the rescue, trying to take down the zealots. I'm not sure if that was the best idea, but he did lose only one of them, and it looks like Hero is going to escape with his stalkers, using the blink to his advantage, and getting maybe 1 or 2. Yeah, I think it was just 1 with that actual zealot push that came through. But behind all of this, Hero has expanded down to his natural. It's more than halfway done. He's also found the proxy pylon from Ace. Will he find the probe? I'm not actually sure. It depends if he does scout around. I'm assuming, given that it is Hero, he's going to be able to find it, and he does. Takes that down. There you go. And so things sort of stabilizing. There's sort of those 3 phases in PvP. You'll go from that initial stage where someone's going to cannon you, they're going to 4-gate you, they're going to proxy gate you or something like that, and then you sort of move into the second stage, which is sort of, do I take the natural? Do I sort of sit back and just, wait for the other guy to take his, then I'll just commit to a robo-based push or something like that? And then you get to the third stage here where everybody's taking their natural, it's all good, and then it's time to tech up. And then, in fact, there's probably a 4th phase where you get to Colossus, and everybody has a Colossus party, and it sort of gets to a stage where you actually just can't attack into your opponent. But speaking of not being able to attack Hero, not the best idea to poke up this ramp. He does have an Immortal there, not to mention a couple of extra Stalkers, I believe. Hero now just warping in a few of his own. He's going to have a poke around the side here. Going to have a few shots at the rocks, maybe just making Ace just a little bit suspect about what's going on here. But another Immortal is down, and that should keep him safe for the time being. So both players now have their natural expansions. Ace has a very short worker deficit just at the moment, but he's doing a good job just keeping his opponent at bay for the moment. The opening of the rocks here is going to change how this goes for just a moment. That interesting instant shot there from the Immortals actually hit one of the Stalkers, but it's not going to take it down into the actual health damage. But Hero looking good. I'm kind of liking how he's moving from here. He's got a Dark Shrine just completing now. He's also got the Robotics Bait as well. Hero just picking off a random pylon that was there. One of the Stalkers getting inside the main is going to be able to see what tech is on the way from Ace, and he does get through. Is he going to be able to find? He does find the Twilight Council. Does see that the Robo is spinning up there, and it looks as if we may have a battle just down at the bottom side, and I don't know if this is in Ace's best interest, because there you go, blinking inside the main with the vision from that Observer is Hero. He's now inside the main. I don't think he may actually have enough. Yeah, he's got enough Stalkers to actually take down this force of Ace, or does he? In fact, the probes really helping out here, but they are going to lose quite a few of their numbers, and so I think this attack may be driven out, but there are DTs also inside the natural here, so Ace is in an absolute world of pain right now. He does not have an observer nearby, I don't think. Is there? No, there isn't, and the DTs are going to get inside. And meanwhile, for Ace, he's got a War Prism here, using the Prism to his advantage, bringing the Immortals up onto the high ground, just blinking inside, trying to get the Stalkers inside as well to get as much damage as he can, blinking them around. The Zealots and the Immortals providing so much DPS here for Hero's army. He should be able to clean this up because there is another Immortal just about to pop out. Going to clean up Ace's last Immortal, not to mention all the damage that is being done inside the main, and all the probes now coming down from Ace, but he GG's out because there is no way that he's going to be able to survive any further counter pushes from Hero, and that was just a really great job from Hero in this game, just sort of stabilizing his lead, doing really well with his Blink Stalkers, and is sort of taking advantage of the fact that Hero was able to blink inside the main and get a lot of kills there, not to mention the DTs doing a good job as well. So Ace, unfortunately, going down in that match, but it is always good when one of my favorite players wins, so that was pretty cool. We'll see if I can do some more from the Liquid Hero replay pack. Otherwise, make sure you tune in to the Team Liquid Pro website and have a look for more replay packs there of some of your favorite players, and I'll catch you all next time.